Let me ask you a question this morning. It sounds like a crazy one, but it's really not. Let me ask you a question. Would you date God? Would you date God? Well, Jeff, what are you talking about? Well, let's say that you were at an online dating site. And we all know that there's two kinds of people in this world, those that have used an online dating site and liars. So don't try to tell us that you've never used an online dating site. Don't try to tell us that you've never done that. But let's pretend you're on an online dating site and you're looking through the profiles, and this one profile comes up. You're looking at the picture. Ladies, he looks pretty good. You're looking at the description. Sounds like he's fit. Interesting. Guys, you're looking at her picture. She's cute. You're looking at her description. She sounds interesting. And then you look down and it says, by the way, I am very, very angry person. I'm very, very vengeful. Hey, Dave. And by the way, I'm very much full of wrath. And oh, by the way, I'm also very, very jealous. So I have huge anger issues. I'm very full of revenge. And I'm super jealous. Now, guys, do you really want to date the girl that overhears you and says, all right, tell me who Siri is? Do you really want to date the girl that picks up your phone and says, okay, so tell me who's Alexa? Do you want that? Ladies, do you want the guy that's going through your phone and you're checking out the grocery store, you say, thank you very much, have a great day, and the guy wants to beat up the bag boy because you said something nice to him and smiled at him? Is that who you want to date? Who's that Alexa? Who's Siri? What are you doing saying thank you to the bag boy? Do you want to date someone like that? No, you don't. Trust me. I've been there. I've done that. And you don't want to date that person. Jealousy, as Nigel says, is an evil emotion. Wrathful, vengeful, those are evil emotions. Those are immature emotions. Those show a lack of self-development. We don't want to date people like that. And even if she's 51% sweetheart and 49% crazy, even at the good times, you're waiting for that other shoe to drop. Ladies, if he's 51% hunk and 49% psycho, you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. And can I give you a piece of good advice? There's between 3 and 4 billion. Yeah, who's this mom? That's a good one. There's between 3 and 4 billion women on the planet, gentlemen. That means that you don't have to take the garbage from any particular one. Ladies, there's between 3 and 4 million men on the planet. That means you don't have to take the garbage of any particular one. They're like buses. Wait 10 minutes. Here comes another one. One of the best pieces of advice that Jimmy Swaggart ever gave me, Actually, there were two of them. He said, it's much better to be single wishing you were married than to be married wishing you were single. But more in context, and we'll apply this towards men and women. You can understand where I'm coming from. No matter how pretty, no matter how gorgeous, no matter how wonderful she looks, somebody somewhere is tired of her crap. No matter how good he looks, no matter how awesome he looks, ladies and gentlemen, somebody somewhere, some woman is tired of his crap. And yet, we act like we've got to stay with the one that is a wreck, when there's plenty more out there. So we all know that we wouldn't want a damn jealous person. We wouldn't want a wrathful person. We wouldn't want a vengeful person. We would not date anyone like that. We don't want it. And yet, ladies and gentlemen, most of you that hear the sound of my voice right now are worshiping, have worshiped, have given your heart, your life, your soul to a God that is just like that bad date. And it's not like I'm talking about God. I don't know this. Well, I do know this God personally, but it's not like I'm just talking about him. It's his profile, ladies and gentlemen. There's a profile. There's an online dating profile. Well, now it's online, but there's this big dating profile right here from this God. And he gives a profile of himself, ladies and gentlemen. Back up your points. I need evidence. Well, stay tuned, sweetheart. And we don't even have to go on other people's, other people's descriptions of him. Let's just look at what he says about himself. You ready? The God that you serve, the God that you worship. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to let's look up wrathful God. Let's see what we got here. The Lord Yahweh is avenging and wrathful. He's avenging and wrathful. What does that mean? Well, that means he is jealous. Word 772. He's jealous. And don't you really want a jealous spouse? I would love to have a jealous girlfriend. That would be so much fun. Who's this Siri? Who's Alexa? I would love to get out of the shower and see a girl going through my phone. I would love to get out, come back from a run and see some girl going through my email. That is so much fun. Oh, I love having a jealous girlfriend. It's awesome. And you know what? I bet having a jealous God is just as awesome. I bet having a jealous God is just as much fun as that. And how about having a person that avenges, a person that takes vengeance, a person that is revengeful, a person that executes anger? Oh, man, I would love to have a girlfriend where if I did something she didn't like, I had to worry about her cutting off certain portions of my anatomy that I might want to use again. I would love to have a vengeful, a vengeful, wrathful girlfriend. That would be so awesome. And I bet it's just as awesome to have a vengeful God. Or how about this one? Dude, I would love to have a furious God. Look at this one. He's furious. Oh, could you imagine having a furious girlfriend? That would be the best. A furious girlfriend. Oh, that'd be so cool. And I bet it'd be just as cool to have a furious God. I think it would be awesome. Well, how about this one? And this is himself, dude. He said this himself. He said this himself. I'm a jealous God. My name is jealous. Oh, that sounds great. How awesome would it be to have a jealous God? Dude, that would be cool. Look at all these verses here for jealous God. He says himself, he's jealous. Look at this. Jealous God. Wrathful God. It's got wrath. Look at this. God shows his wrath. Surely your wrath. Wrath. Look at all these verses for a wrathful God. Oh, man. It would be so awesome. It would be so awesome to have a girlfriend that would show her wrath, to make her power known and would destroy things. I would love to have a girlfriend that threw ashtrays and that threw knives and glasses. I would love it. It'd be so awesome. Fantastic. I love it. How great must it be to have a God that does the same stuff? Oh, man, that would never be a dull moment, wouldn't it? It would be fun. It would be awesome. I would love to have a girlfriend that's full of wrath and anger. I would love to have a girlfriend that's full of revenge, that's just waiting for me to do something wrong so she can jump all over me, and not in a good way. I would love to have a girlfriend who's super jealous. I love it. It'd be fantastic. Oh, man, that's the kind of woman I'm looking for. Wrathful, revengeful, jealous. Ooh, that sounds like a lot of fun. I would love to have a girlfriend like that. Ladies, wouldn't you love to have a boyfriend like that? Men, wouldn't you love to have a girlfriend like that? Wouldn't it just be awesome to have that kind of a person to share your life with? No? You wouldn't like that? You wouldn't enjoy that? Then why, pray tell, have a lot of you that listen to me, you've given your heart, you've given your soul, and by the way, just between you and me, you've sold your soul to this God. You give me your soul, I'll give you eternal life. What's that sound like? You sold your soul to a God that is wrathful. You sold your soul to a God that is vengeful. You sold your soul to a God that is jealous. Congratulations. Why? Why? Well, a lot of you are like that same person that says, oh, I know he beats me, but he's the only one that'll love me. Well, I know she goes through my phone and goes through my emails, and I know that she beats up every girl that says hello to me, but she's the only one that will love me. She's the only one. And I have a sneaky suspicion that a lot of you, well, you're serving this God, you've given your soul to this God because, well, he's the only God. There are no other gods. Really? Really? Well, If there's no other gods, then maybe you can explain to me this statement by this same jealous God. If there's no other gods, and this is from Bible Gateway. I don't like Bible Gateway. I like Bible Hub. If there's no other gods, then why does this God say, you shall have no other gods before me? If there's no other gods, why does he say, don't have any other gods before me? I'll wait. If there's if there's only one God, then why does 1 Corinthians 8:5 say there's gods many, there's lords many? There be gods many, there be lords many. Let me show you. Share screen, Jeff. As there be gods many and lords many. Darby translation, as there are gods many and lords many. And if he's the only God, then how do you explain this little gem? And this is all coming from what you call, quote unquote, his word. How about this one? If I act like I love this stuff, it's only because I do. God stands in the congregation and judges among the gods. God stands in the assembly of God and judges among the gods. God presides in the great assembly. He judges among the gods. Ladies and gentlemen, there may not be 3 or 4 million gods. Then again, there might be. But there's one thing for sure. There's a lot more than one. And by the way, in the beginning, God, that word, Elohim, means gods and goddesses, male and female, more than one. 7, don't start. More than one. So just like the guy that says, I'm the only one that will love you, just like the girl says, I'm the only one that will love you, this God is a liar. The God of the Bible is a liar. The God of the Bible is wrathful. The God of the Bible is jealous. The God of the Bible is vengeful. And if you don't even want to have a relationship with a person that's wrathful, jealous, vengeful, if you don't want to have a relationship with a person who's a liar and says they're the only one, then why do you want to meet? Why do you want to have a God like that? Because you think he's the only one? No, he's not the only one. Dude's not the only one. Dudette's not the only one. And that God of the Bible is not the only one either. You do not have to settle for a jealous, wrathful, angry God any more than you have to settle for a jealous, wrathful, angry boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, shack up mate, etc., etc. Life is too short for cheap trash bags, one-handed hugs, and jealous gods, says Robert Robinson. So the question is, why do you? Why have you? Why will you? You listen to me ramble on, and I feel like I should listen to you for a little bit and read your comments. Sterling has his drink on before coming into the chat room. Oh, Janice, are you sure that people on dating sites lie? Are you sure of that? I don't know. I might have to go for some other confirmation on that. Lack of emotional maturity, happy Pi Day, 3.14. Okay, great. Polygamy is the way forward. Dude, it's hard enough keeping one woman happy. I don't need to try to keep 2, 3, 4, 5 happy. I know my limits. I've just been in the Bible, bro. Stevensky. I've been in the Bible. Never affiliated, self-development, life's too short for drama. Muslims can only have a max 4 at any one time, and Katha lives in Lebanon, so I'm going to take her word as authoritative. It's a crapshoot. Don't judge a book by the cover. Sometimes the cover tells you exactly what's in the book. You know what? I don't really understand that. I don't understand that. I mean, I understand it, but take, for example, this book, Star Magic. Okay. I'm looking at the cover of this book, The Wisdom of the Constellations. I look at the back cover, Unleash the Magical Power of the Cosmic Wheel of the Year. I read this description, and guess what? This cover tells me exactly what's in this book. This cover tells me exactly what is in this book. Exactly. Don't judge a book by its cover? Who came up with that idea? I've written 15 of them, and the cover tells you exactly what's in all 15. Who said don't judge a book by the cover? Somebody that was hiding something. Somebody that wanted you to paint a red flag green. Ooh, I don't like magic. This book says magic, 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 but I can't judge a book by the cover. I'm going to go ahead and read it. I'm just saying. I think a cover is the best way to judge a book, personally. When somebody shows you who they are, I say believe them. I say believe them. But that's just me. That's just me. We can't be jealous, but then this jealous God judges us for it. What kind of God is jealous? Asked Big Teddy Smooth. Exactly. Not a real God. He wants us to be afraid of him, says Rich. Abso-damn-lutely he does. A true creator doesn't need to be wrathful or jealous, says Minister Stickel. You're absolutely right, Minister. That's because he's not a true creator. Sandra D'Angelo, great comment. A parent wouldn't or shouldn't have these types of feelings towards their children. If they do, there's something seriously wrong. I got 3 kids, and I have never once been jealous of my kids. I got 3 kids. I've never once been wrathful towards them. Never once wanted to take revenge on them. And I'm not even God. That may surprise some of you to hear, but I'm not. Look up other terrible gods. Look up terrible God. Oh, that's right. They use the word awesome when it's really even terrible. I don't need another jealous or wrathful entity in my life, says Janice Murray. I hear you, sister. I agree 100%. Oh, then James Doherty tries to skillfully sneak in a reference that's off the subject. Nope. My 4-year-old is terrified of whales after he heard about Jonah getting swallowed by a whale. Oh my, don't you just love the Bible? Like Jack Nicholson said, and As Good as It Gets, go sell crazy somewhere else. We're all full up here. And we are. How dare humans love humans? I've had a jealous girlfriend. It was no fun. Jealousy's not love. Jealousy's unnecessary and evil. Jealousy's cruel and debilitating. Jeff, stop. My jaw hurts. I'm laughing too much. If our kids are provoking these emotions in us, well, anyway, we're going to go past that because I'm sure it's good stuff, but it's a little bit outside of our realm here. Possessiveness and jealousy. And do you know why people are possessive? Do you know why people are jealous? Because they themselves can't be trusted. They themselves can't be trusted. And what I say, ladies and gentlemen, I say again, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. If a man shows you who he is, believe him. If a woman shows you who she is, believe her. And if a God shows you who he is, believe him. If he says he's wrathful, he's wrathful. If he says he's jealous, he's jealous. If he says he is vengeful, he's vengeful. Believe him. And find yourself someone else that you'd rather be in an intimate spiritual relationship with. Hit the like button on this video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And make sure you're still subscribed if you are subscribed, because gremlins have been dropping people off of the subscription list. And as we go out, if you want to help me, help you, and help me, it makes sense when you think about it, go to my website, jeffreydarty.com, divining rods, t-shirts, books, MYSTECH, which will change your life. Read these testimonials, look at the different offerings. If you want to get one, go right here to this button. And let me just say this, if you don't see this, MYSTECH Bands by Jeffrey Darty, then you haven't helped me help you, and you haven't helped you, because this saves you 20%. And 20% is a pretty good deal, ladies and gentlemen. May I suggest to you as we leave that you be just as vigilant in choosing a God as you are in choosing an online dating mate. Plenty of fish, plenty of gods. When they show you who they are, believe them and find one that works for you. I'm Jeffrey Darty, the Christian Whistleblower, encouraging you to be your own guru, guide your own spirit, master your own ascension, ask questions, question answers, and don't, when someone shows you who they are, believe them.